Hey, Fran fam, welcome to another edition of Life in Style with Francyne. I am your host, Francyne Walker, and joining me today is Erica Wilson. I'm so excited to be talking to NFL player Alan Hearns. He is a player for Miami Dolphins. Did I get that right, Erica? Yes, because I don't watch football a lot, but I had to remember it's like WR. He is a wide receiver, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And so I am here. I'm excited to talk to Erica about what she's doing with a foundation that she founded with Alan, 88 Blessings. And she is here to talk about that and be a blessing to some very deserving people. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming Erica Wilson to the show. Hi, Erica.
Thank you for having me. Hi, how are you?
I am great. Thank you for being here. You are gorgeous. I was doing my homework and I was looking at different pictures. It's like, this woman is fine.
Thank you.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
and so I was just excited to read about you and what you're doing and how you came about. And you came from a background that was not the most fortunate, but you turned that around. Talk about your background.
Yes, ma'am. I was born and raised in Miami, Florida,
Okay.
in the Carroll City area. That's what it was called back then. Now it's called Miami Gardens. And I'm just going to fast forward to my high school years, where I actually had a kid at a young age, and I was forced to drop out of high school because I had a premature baby.
Oh,
And he was
wow.
1 pound 12 ounce, and I had him at home on
Okay.
Christmas. So it forced me to, well, not really forced me, but I just wanted to be to the hospital with my child.
Now, this
And
is
I,
Daryl we're talking
this
about.
is Daryl,
Yeah,
exactly. I
yeah,
am the mother of two amazing kings,
yeah.
Daryl Wilson and Alan Hearns.
Handsome
And
fellow.
thank you. So I had Daryl at a young age, and I was forced, like I said, to drop out of high school. However, during that time, I did have my mother there with me to help me and guide me through. Daryl stayed in the hospital for 2.5 months.
Okay.
So it was forced me. I was forced to be a single mom, and that was with Daryl. And
Okay.
then maybe about a year later, Alan's father, I met him, and we joined forces and started dating each other. And then
Sure.
4 years later, Alan came on board.
Okay.
So, and then once I had my kids, I told myself before they graduate, I'm going to make sure that I have my high school diploma. So
Nice.
what I did is, after raising them and dealing with so many trials and tribulations where we were homeless, you know, things, I mean, struggling, just a struggling single mom. Didn't
Hmm.
know how I was going to feed the kids, how I was going to pay bills, but God always knew. And during this time, around 2003, I want to say, I went
Sure.
back to school and got my high school diploma. And
Nice.
then my oldest son, he graduated 2006. Alan graduated 2010. And all three of us was in college together.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yes. And that right there, out of going through all of that, I never knew why. I was dealing with so much trials and so much pain, but God was birthing me for my purpose. And when Alan made it to the league, we sat down and we talked, and I was like, Alan, it's something that we got to do because we have to serve. It's not all about just getting and receiving because God has put you in a position to be able to be a blessing to others.
Sure.
He's given us that platform. I built the foundation. God allowed me to build the foundation. Now we need to utilize your platform to be able to pay it forward. So my thing is, I started. The God gave me the vision of 88 blessings. 88 blessings was founded in May 2nd of 2016.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, He gave me that vision. I took off with it. I put together a nice big gala. It was beautiful. And we brought out 88 ladies. We did
Wow.
hair, we did makeup, we gave some gowns, and we just brought them all out to just love on them and let, showcase them. It was like a high school prom, adult prom
Yeah.
together.
Nice.
And we had the most amazing time. The head coach was there, the mayor was there. We had so many big wigs in the building because they really believed in the vision and seeing the work that we were doing, saw the work that we were doing in the
Yeah.
community, you know?
Yeah.
So that's how 88 Blessings came to fruition.
Why 88 blessings, Erica? Why the number 88?
Well,
I
at the
know
time,
why, but I want my audience to know why.
yes, ma'am. At the time, Alan was playing for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that was his number 88. And when I looked that number up, I love the number 8 because double blessings,
Yeah.
new beginnings, you
Ha!
know. And I just was like, okay, God, look at you.
Come
So
on now.
the blessings was already there.
Yeah.
He blessed me with two amazing individuals. And I didn't
Yeah.
even get to tell you how, once upon a time, I hated men because of something happened to me in my past, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And God, He has a funny way of doing things, you know. And by me being raped at the age of 10, that caused me, I'm telling you, I hated men. I really did. And
Mm.
God said, okay, He blessed me with two, you know? And I was like, I learned to love,
Oh
and,
my God,
and
Erica.
feel the love that I should have been feeling all of the time. I was actually carrying around somebody's baggage that I had no control. I had absolutely no control. But
Mm.
there, He gave me those two boys, and they were my blessings. He loaned them to me. So I asked God to teach me how to be that mother to your children
Yeah.
because you entrusted me to be a mother to your children. So show me the way, guide me, and lead me in the way that I should go to raise these two young men.
Erica, it sounds like you understand the blessing and the lesson in stewardship.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Whether it
Absolutely.
was, you know, bringing forth this baby, 88
Mm-hmm.
blessings, and bringing forth your children as
Yes.
blessings. So
Yes.
it sounds to me as if you already knew God had given you an assignment and you were going to carry it out despite your own pain. But in
Oh,
that, you found healing. Is
yes,
that
ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. And I think that's one of the things like people don't understand is when you're going through, you don't know why. You do not understand when you're going through. You're just dealing with pain. It just hurts. You just some people want to just lie in their pity parties. But I knew God was doing something in me. Didn't know what it was. Never asked God why. Why
Mhm.
me? Why not me? God hung on the cross for us.
Sure.
He
My
had to
God.
go through for us. So how could dare to say, why me? But in the end, well, not the end, but
Yeah.
during the process,
Yeah.
I realized that I was being birthed for my purpose. And I knew that I couldn't sit down on God because He had been too good to us, regardless of the rape, regardless of the robberies, regardless of the homelessness. We never, ever, ever, He never left our side, ever.
Mm.
We had to go through those things. And I just wrote a book called It Had to Happen. So all of those, it
Yeah.
had to happen because it birthed me for my purpose today. So my journey, my pain built me for my purpose. And that's where I stand today with my two young men. And that's why it's no sitting down on God. Get out there and serve.
Yeah.
You cannot sit down on what God has loaned to you because people think that it's all there.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's God's business. And we are here to work His business. And this is what we're going to do. Get out there and serve wholeheartedly without looking for anything in return. Francine, I could go on, but
That's that,
oh,
and that's why you're here.
yes.
That's why you're here.
I could go on about the
Yeah.
goodness of God because He's been so good to us.
Yes.
Even now, in the position as being an NFL mom, people think that you don't go through. You go through more, you
Talk
know.
about that a little, Erica. Talk about what
Oh,
you go through because you know, it's an honor and it's probably a very coveted position, but
yes.
there's also some
Hmm.
things that we don't see, you
Yes.
know,
Oh
behind the
my.
scenes.
When I say, like they say, more money, more problems,
Yeah.
But Francine, get this. It's not even my money. It's my son who sacrificed his body every single day. He
Yeah.
hit that field. You know, I'm his mother. Yes, he chose to retire me. He chose to take care of his mother. Okay, but that does not mean that Alan Hearn's money is Erica Wilson money. Because guess what? I have my own identity. I
Sure.
had it before Alan. I'm going to have it after Alan. You know,
Sure.
and folks do not understand. I lost so many, Francine, because maybe I didn't do what they, thought I should do,
Hmm.
or just thinking that, how can I say it? People say money change people. Mm-mm. People change people because we have not changed since day one. We
Yeah.
are still the same people. We love the same. We do things the same. We serve the same. Nothing. I mean, to me, right now, Alan going to his 7th year. It don't even feel like I'm. I mean, it's. I mean, I know he's in the NFL, yes,
Sure.
but it haven't hit us yet. We still go where we want to go. Some people walk with bodyguards. No, that's not us. We are. I mean, this is who we are. It's
Sure.
either what you see is what you get. Love us or leave us. But we would never hurt anyone intentionally. But through this, I drown my pillows many of nights, Francine. Still to this day,
Yeah.
trying to understand like why do people treat me the way that it's almost a sense of entitlement. If you don't give it to me, then I'm gone. How
Wow.
is that possible?
So you have people sometimes expect something from you that's not even yours.
Yes, all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. I've been told, like, you're rich. You don't have to worry about anything. You got money, Or the one thing that I don't like anybody to do to me is to say everybody is not able because we all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's what
Mhm.
you choose to do with yours. You cannot sit and say that because who my son is, that that I'm supposed to have it. I'm
Sure.
sure that he won't let me go without, you know. But by the grace of God, that is so. But I was never given anything.
Hmm.
When I was that single mother, Francine, I dealt with it. I was scared to open my mouth and tell people. I didn't walk around looking like what I was going through.
Sure.
Many a times I didn't know what I was going to eat, but I made sure they ate.
Yeah.
When I slept in my car and needed a shower, I asked a family member could I shower at their home, and I was told no. Okay,
Yeah.
but when someone get in position, you think that you're entitled to something. Alan don't even owe me anything, Francine. He gave me what I asked him for: graduate high school and graduate college. Make
Well,
something of yourself.
Erica, it sounds like you went through a whole lot that you have more than likely overcome. But how did you overcome the trauma um, from being raped at 10, um, being homeless, uh, being neglected by family and friends that you um, probably expected more from?
You overcome it because one thing I knew that I had a friend, and my friend was in Jesus.
Sure.
I knew that. I knew that He was the one that was carrying me, but I also knew that one day I was going through, but I knew I was coming out. I
Hmm.
knew that trouble didn't last always, you
Sure.
know. And if had not I dealt with any of that,
Yeah.
Francine, I wouldn't be the woman that I am today. I think I'm a strong individual, and I think that's why I have the drive that I have to help others. But when I first started 88 Blessings, I was just letting anybody in. I just tried to
Sure.
help everybody. And God told me, He said, You can't save nobody. That's my job.
Sure.
He had to tell me that because I thought I can save folk and by the helping them financially. But sometimes God blocked things because the person needs to get it. Just like when I went through, if
Yeah.
somebody would have came and bailed me out, Francine, I probably wouldn't have got the lesson. You
Do
know?
you find that is something that is imposed upon us as Black women, despite our own struggles, despite our own um, things we need to overcome on a daily basis, that we're still expected to nurture everyone else, even if it's from an empty cup?
Yes. That is one of our biggest downfalls.
Yeah,
Because that's something I was just talking about on my show yesterday. You pour out, you pour out, you pour out, and then it's nothing left.
yeah,
How can you pour from an empty glass? You need to be replenished, you know? And sometimes in life, everything, just call and check on someone. That'll give a little juice in their cup. I know to give me some. Because, like
sure.
I tell people, I don't need your money. I need you as a person so we can pour into each other, not just a one-way street. I need your prayers. I need your
Yeah,
hellos. How are you? Is it anything that I could do? Because I know that's what I do. But I think the biggest problem too is expecting people to be like us.
yeah,
That's how I feel in Stay on Her. Thinking that people should do what we will do, you know. But
yeah,
hey, we are those nurturing women that we can't let anybody change us.
yeah.
You continue to do what God allows you to do.
But
Never
do
let a
you
person
find
hurt you.
yourself um, limiting your, because I think sometimes we are naturally nurturers, but we
Yes.
also have to have boundaries. Have you found it easier to have boundaries, and has that lended to your own self-preservation by doing so?
Francine is embarrassed to say I didn't even have any boundaries. I was one to just let anybody in. You know, I always wanted to believe in people. I just started setting boundaries
Bravo.
when so many things were happening to me back to back. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect because
No.
I know that I can be something to be reckoned with at times.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, folks don't like to talk about them. I can tell you about me and what needs to be fixed in me. But at the same time, too, I know that I try to do so good by others, you
Yeah.
know, but I didn't have any boundaries. It was like, okay, come on in, you know, welcome. My mom always told me, you're too friendly. And I like to
Yeah.
tell her, you know, I give the people the rope. We can swing together or you can hang yourself. Then that way I know when people show you who they are, you better believe. And
Yeah.
what it says, and then anytime it's like an attack on you, like a lot of times as NFL moms, we get that stigma, like we think we all of that, or you know, just so much things that they say about us says nothing about you, but
Yeah.
everything about the person who's saying it.
Yeah.
Because had you been in my position, you will understand. But you just don't understand. I can't take everybody with me, even if I wanted to. God says when I'm moving you higher, it's gonna hurt because there's gonna be some things that's gonna be, you know, taken away from you. Some
Hmm.
things, some places that you used to go, you can't go anymore. Some people you used to deal with, you can't deal with anymore. And I tell them, take it up with my daddy because it's not me. I'm growing, I'm evolving. If you want to evolve with me, let's do it, my sister.
Yeah.
Because one thing I know is once we join forces and we support each other as women, we could build an empire, Francine. We're unstoppable if we join forces.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
minds, we're strong individuals.
You're
I mean,
you're a boy mom. I'm a boy
yes,
mom,
I am.
and uh, I know it has to break your heart seeing what you're seeing, as far as the racial injustice,
Mm,
police brutality, um, and you probably worry, as I do,
yes,
um, about the state of the world as it relates to our boys. young men being affected. Talk about that a little bit.
With my oldest son, Daryl, he has the long dreads, the tattoos, but I tell you one thing, very intelligent. Very, but always since he was probably about the age of, I want to say 19, was being harassed by the police. And one time I caught it. Something in my spirit, it's like when something my kids, I can always feel it. But something in my spirit told me to walk outside. And when I walked outside, they had my son on the ground, sitting down with all of the things out of his pocket, walking from the store, Francine, saying he looked like a runaway. But you have three cops
Hmm.
on this one individual. Are you kidding me? So, yes, I stay before God praying for our boys, our men, period. But to see everything that's going on now, my heart just, I mean, it breaks because it could be any one of us.
Yeah. You're
I'm here in
right.
Jacksonville. It's bad here, you
Yeah.
know, and I always call them and they get so quiet. Daryl, he probably won't answer, but Alan would be like, Mom, I'm okay,
Yep.
but they don't understand like there's so much going on out there. I just want to know if you're okay, son. It's not like I'm treating you like a baby. I just need to know that you're okay.
Yeah.
I every time they leave the home and step foot back in the home, all I can say, Lord, I thank you. Alan don't even live with me, but he texts me and tell me every time he get home, Lord, I thank you. We just got to keep him covered, Francine.
Yes.
And we have to
Yeah.
be real with our kids. But right now, the whole nation is being, it's shaking in the spirit right now.
Do you sense the shift, Erica?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You have more folks praying now than before.
Yeah.
God had
Yeah.
to wake them up. Had to wake us up
Yeah.
because He has something so great. You know, and it's like it's so much. It's too hard to hate. It
Oh
takes
my
up too
God.
much.
It takes a lot, doesn't it?
It
It
take
really does.
no, I don't have that type of time.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
know why?
It's just so
It's
much more work than
yes,
it's like
draining.
I'd rather have joy. I'd rather choose
Yes,
joy, and
yes,
love, you know,
peace.
that
Yes,
that's it's just too much.
yes.
Now, let's talk a little bit. We've talked about your human blessings. Let's talk a little bit more about 88 blessings and what you're doing now, along with the SOAR movement, and how you're blessing people right now in the midst of protest, in the midst of pandemic. Um, you saw a need, and you and Alan decided we're going to fulfill that need. Talk a little bit more about that.
Well, yes. Like I said, 88 Blessings started off as a single moms group, right?
Yeah.
And served the underserved youth. But remember the story I was telling you about? I didn't get a chance to walk across the stage because I dropped out of high school. So when God gave me the vision of SOAR, the SOAR movement, I was like, okay, like really? But I understood that what it was, not to be able to walk across the stage, not to be, being stripped of all of your senior activities. That's what our 2020 graduates were, what's happening to them with the
Yeah.
COVID-19. You
Yeah.
know, mine was a little different, but I still didn't get that opportunity to walk across the stage. Something that you worked so hard for all them years to just try to make your parents happy and yourself. It's a self goal that you want to accomplish. So
Absolutely.
I said to myself, maybe I didn't walk across the stage as a high school graduate, but I did go to college and I walked across the stage as a graduate. So when God gave me that vision, I told Alan, I was like, we have to reach out to these kids and help them. Because not only that, when Alan went off to college, I didn't know how I was going to be able to purchase anything that he needed to go to college, you
Yeah.
know. And I just said, okay, let's put our minds together to see exactly what we can do for these kids. And it's just not all about giving. They need mentoring as well. Because we know 9 times out of 10, a lot of the kids listen to people that's outside the home
Sure.
more than so they do at home. And when we talked about it, he was like, okay, mom, let's do it. Let's go ahead and pour into these kids. And how many are we going to do? Francyne, I was like, as many as as many as
Of
whoever
course.
applies. He was like, mom, that's too much. We can't do that. Because we don't want to. We really want to be hands on because we're
Sure.
really genuine about what we do and we like to be hands on. So I said, okay, well, let's go ahead and do the 17. Okay. So then we talked to our PR team and we told them about it, and they were excited. And Lauren and Still and Shahab, they was like, yes, let's do it. And they have been amazing.
Yeah.
So once we put the care packages, we have the care packages that we send out to them,
Okay.
and they're on round 4 right now. We have so many people that's pouring in and donating and sowing into these kids' lives, and we're just making sure that these kids get what they need. Some of the things they need. We can't get everything, but we could get some of the things they need. Also,
It's
we
still
have
a
a
blessing. It's
yes.
absolutely still a blessing. Especially for someone, because we look up to athletes, and to have that recognition from someone, uh, to recognize them and what they're going through. It's like I would love that.
And not only that, we have like resources that's on board. We have like a healthcare ambassador that, a healthcare ambassador. We have a financial advisor. We have also a planning coordinator. A lot of the kids, we ask them, what are your strengths? What is it that you would like to do? And so many was responding on so many things that they like to do. And it was some of the areas of the places that we had set up for them.
Mm-hmm.
But not only that, it's like to have these kids come in and utilize Allen's platform. You
Yeah.
see, to showcase their talents because these kids we have amazing, Francine. I
Yeah.
read some of the bios and looked at some of the GPAs and things like that. I believe in awarding kids who do well in school because my kids knew education was number one.
Sure.
You didn't have your education, you can't play football, and both played. So
Yeah.
that gave me leverage to be able to say, okay, all right, you got to stay in line,
Mm-hmm.
but to have my children to be able to mentor to the kids because Alan is very hands on. He
Yeah.
FaceTime some of them, and they be some be so shocked they be just like, "Is it really Alan? Alan Hearns? Alan Hearns?" But it's a blessing to be able to do
Sure.
that because when you are a blessing, you're supposed to be a blessing. He wants to go and play football. Yes, God bless you with that,
Yeah.
but He bless you with the heart first. So you're gonna go and serve. You're gonna serve. That's automatic. And now God has put him back home where we
Yeah.
were born and raised. Come on.
Yeah.
We
Now,
have to.
he called earlier while we were prepping for the interview.
Yes.
Is he ready to play? I know, you know,
Yes.
with everything going on and whatnot, it's iffy as if
Yeah.
what's going to happen in the fall. Is he ready to get back out there?
Yes, ma'am. I don't know if you know that last year, January, Alan had a real bad injury.
Oh,
His ankle, his foot was in the opposite direction.
no way.
Yes, ma'am. But by the grace of God, he was back playing when the season started again. And that's when he was with the Cowboys. He broke his ankle. And then last year, when the Dolphins, he was traded over to the Dolphins. He played a little, but he was in so much pain. So
Okay.
now he got the plates removed, the screws removed. So now he's ready. He was like, "Mom, I'm ready." But of course, now we're dealing with the pandemic, so it's going to take some time. But yes, he's definitely ready to get back out there because that's
So
something
this
that
has
he loves.
allowed him to really heal without
He'll,
aggravating the injury, trying to play on it. You know what I mean? So does that
yes.
has this time been beneficial for him to just simply rest?
Well, Alan
Of
don't
course not
rest.
rest, but train. You know what I mean?
But he's no, I know what you're saying, but Alan don't take no time off.
Okay.
He's full throttle. He is a work. I mean, he loves
Because I
sports.
read
He
something where
loves
he's
his job.
working out and he's at home,
Yeah.
he's training like still training.
Yeah.
So, you
Mhm.
know, yeah,
Yes.
he's young, so it's like I'm ready to roll. So,
Yes. So
wow.
they have they meetings they do virtually. So
Okay.
at 1 o'clock every day they have their meetings virtually. But he do Pilates, he do yoga. He makes sure he takes care of his body, and also he go running, he ride bikes, and he's just making sure he's staying training. But you can't really you let it rest as much as it could, but you don't want it to get stiff.
Yeah.
So you want to keep going, and I think that's one of the things he know about because he loved football. Love it.
Someone tuning in at this point, or maybe later during the replay, will see you and probably see themselves. What would you say, which is a beautiful reflection, I might add?
Thank you.
But and just with everything you've gone through, your spirit is so pure and loving. Um, what would you tell someone that has gone through something similar, um, and really finding it hard to hang in there?
First thing I would say, like I was telling anybody, you have to know God because He has brought me from a mighty long way. And I knew that I had to stay on my face and pray. When you're going through, it's not the time to say, okay, don't speak it. Speak what you want from God. Tell God what you want. God says, write it down and make it plain. I
Right.
write down a lot of things as well. I have a journal that I use, and I write down a lot of things. And a lot of things in my journal has came to pass that I've written.
Sure.
But you have to keep your eye on the prize. Know for sure that it may be raining now, but the sun has to shine after the rain. And everything or anything that you're going through that's too hard or you think is too hard, give it to God. He'll work it out. Do
Yeah.
not do not fall in a state of depression. I thank God, to God be the glory that I never felt in a state of depression. Now, did I feel hurt? Yes. Did I cry sometimes? Yes. Did I isolate myself sometimes? Yes. I all of the above. But I knew I had to keep telling myself one day I was coming out. I was coming out. And it don't say that you'll never go through again on
Sure.
your journey, you know, but it will teach you how to deal with it for the next time. And every round goes higher and higher and higher. Just stay before God. And I like to tell people Psalms 91 has carried me and my children.
Yes.
The best scripture outside of Jeremiah 29:11.
Oh my God. Both powerful scriptures.
Yes,
Both
ma'am.
powerful scriptures.
Yes.
What's next for Erica? What's next for 88 Blessings going forward for the rest of 2020?
Well, we're just waiting to be able to gather again for the SOAR movement, and we're going to have a seniors night. It's going to be like their prom. It's going to be very formal, and we're going to gather the kids and bring them all in and let them just showcase their talents. We also serve in the community when we can. That was one of the things, like 88 Blessings, as the single moms, we always went out every third Saturday of the month to feed the homeless. The kids have to have community service hours. That's part of being a member of the SOAR movement. We just like to be able to gather. We have like our Zoom meetings where we meet and we just get acquainted with each other. I have intake officers that actually reach out to the kids to see exactly how they're doing, what state of mind they're in. Is there anything that we can do? Because it's always not just wanting something. Maybe it's just an ear that they may need.
Sure.
I can't wait to take them to the game. That's one of the things that I
Wow.
did with our single moms and the kids.
Oh,
One year we had
wow.
like 400 people to take them out to Jaguar Stadium, and we
Nice.
had the most amazing time. And some of the moms would never be able to afford to take their kids, and that once was me. I remember I used to dream on that field, Miami Dolphins field, say, Lord, if I could only take my kids to a game. Lord, it'd be hard. I didn't know my son was going to be playing on that field. He also played there in his collegiate years at
Hmm.
the University of Miami. But you know, it's just so much that we try to do. And I also been doing my shows as well. It had to happen every Wednesday.
Nice.
And you know, I kind
Okay.
of like try to bring the two, join the two together as far as SOAR. It had to happen. Yesterday I had a young lady on there, 17 years old, Francyne, full of God.
Yeah.
She took the show. She took over the show. Amazing. She
And where
graduated
can we
top.
see your show, Erica?
I'm sorry.
Where can we see your show?
On Facebook Live and
Okay.
YouTube as well.
Nice.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
righty. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And I did put your Instagram handle. So can we follow you there and then keep up with everything that you have going on?
Yes, ma'am. I'm there on all social platforms. And also, I have a website as well for
Okay.
my book,
Okay.
www.ericawilson@h2h.com. And you could go there for bookings or to purchase your book, you know, and see exactly what we have going on and what's up and coming, as well
And
as AA blessings.
so you had this young lady on the show and you
Yes.
basically took over. Did you see
Oh,
yourself in this young lady?
you know what? As far as where I'm at with God, yes.
Yeah.
But at 17, I was not thinking about being saved. You
Yeah.
know, this young lady was powerful. She's very, very smart and intelligent. She graduated top three of her class. She's from St. Augustine. Her name is Jayla Eunice, and
Okay.
she's going on to South Florida to USF. Oh, amazing young lady. And I met her mom, and she told me that she was also raised in a single mother's home. You see how God works? So
Yeah.
he just lined people up, and I mean, just lined them up. And he always put me in a circle of people that I can relate to or that can relate to me. Because I learned some things from that young lady yesterday. She was
Sure.
amazing. Oh my
Yeah.
God, she was amazing. Yeah.
Do you find that, one final question, do you find that taking on the single moms was a way of healing for yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
Pouring back
Absolutely.
into them, was that a way that you were maybe healing yourself in some way?
Yes, yes, and yes, yes. Because you know, I find myself. I was telling my son, I have to stay busy.
Yeah.
You know, because some things try to research. So I just try to keep it. And sometimes I stay like I'm so tired right now. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Last week I was down in Miami helping him move. Then I had so many things on my calendar for this week. And I just was like, you know what? I'm just going to rest. But last night I couldn't even rest because my mind was steady going. What could I do next? Who can I bless next? What else could we be doing? Is it something that we're not doing? You know, so yes, in that seeing other and hearing other people go through it, as far as my single moms,
Yeah.
like you really didn't go through anything compared to what they went through.
Yeah.
So yes, it's definitely a healing process. And to see that you can touch someone, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Bonus question. Who
Yes.
pours into Erica?
Oh, that's a hard question, Francine. I can't even answer it. Um, I know
Yeah.
I don't mean to sound cliche, but Alan has been anytime I want to try to have a pity party, he's like, okay, mom, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So he has really been like a shoulder for me per se, and
Sure.
also to say, okay, mom, we're gonna have positive vibes only. You know, he do not let me sit and dwell in my mess that
Yeah.
sometimes I want to do, want to have, you know, and have those pity parties. So I'm not feeling good today. Well, why are you not feeling good today? And if I tell him, it could be something so minute. Are you kidding me? Do you not see what's going on in the world? You know? So just the words that he speaks to me and my oldest son Daryl speaks to me. And just to be able to lay my eyes on them every
Yeah.
day. gives me life
Yeah.
and makes me just push. So I could say my two babies. Anybody outside of that, it's sad to say. It's really sad to say.
Do you feel earlier I asked, I'm sorry, Erica, it's
It's
just so amazing
okay.
talking to you. And it's like, while I have you, I'm just so
Sorry.
grateful to you and to Lauren for making this possible, your publicist. Do you find that I have a couple, I've got a couple of questions that I like to bring in the audience that maybe have some, while I got you here, they've got some questions. Do you have I know for me, it's important to have sister friends. Can you call do you find it's hard to have sister friends being an NFL mom?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I am a part of a group, professional football players, athletes. I mean, Mothers Association, and I do have one close friend. Her name is Sandra Perryman, but her son is also in the league.
Okay.
You know, and we're very close. But yes, it's very hard to have the sister friends. Um, I
That
yes,
really that really want to see Erica Wilson, mom of Daryl and Alan Hearns, be all that she is without feeling threatened. So you're basically saying that the only person that you can speak of is someone who has a son in the league as well.
yes, ma'am. I mean, I have
Do you feel like that's
you.
a sacrifice you make being the
Mhm.
mom of an NFL player?
Yes. I mean,
Because you
I
have to
think
be guarded. You definitely, like you said, you definitely have to be guarded because you've got people thinking your money,
exactly.
his money is
Alan's
your
money.
money, and they want to be take advantage of you. But of course, I imagine that's kind of hard
Very hard. Very,
for
very hard.
you because you are a giving person, but you also have to be stern. And congratulations on setting some boundaries. We all have
Thank you.
grown and set
Yes.
boundaries because that's just something we've been socialized to do.
Yes.
So congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
And I just continue, I just pray for you that as you journeying on and doing what's in your heart to do as a loving woman, um, talk about this is my last question. It's going to be my last. What do you want your legacy to be as Erica Wilson?
I
What's
just want
the thing that you want to be remembered for?
serving, having a servant's heart. You know, because some people find it so hard to serve and serve wholeheartedly though, without expecting anything in return. How loving and genuine the Erica Wilson was to whomever. You know, like I said, I'm not perfect by a long shot,
Sure.
but any know that I will go moon about the people that I love, to moon and back about the people that I love.
Yeah.
So just remember me with the servant's heart and a loving spirit.
Thank you so much, Erica, for being here. Again, wishing you well on your journey, not just as an NFL mom, but a woman of God. Um, and we just keep you lifted. And
Thank you.
thanks for joining me and taking the time to be on the show. I was so excited. And I say excited a lot because I can't even think of a better word. But I was not only excited, but I was honored that you said, I reached out and Lauren said, I have someone. And then I read the story and it's like, absolutely. I felt honored. So, um, just keep doing what you're doing and
Thank
take
you. I'm
care of
just,
you.
thank you. I really
Take
appreciate it. I'm
care
just as
of
here.
you. Yes. So I will talk to
Yeah.
you soon. Thanks for joining me again, and good luck to you, and God bless.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. God bless you.
Mwah.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Do I just click off?
I'm going to click it off for you. Yeah, you're good. Uh-oh. Sorry. Sorry about that. There we go. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Life and Style with Francyne. I certainly appreciate everyone who stopped by, whether it was for a moment or two, just to hear Erica's story. It was amazing. I was certainly blessed by her story. And of course, you can keep up with me on YouTube. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the show. Just go to click on YouTube and search Francyne Walker, and you will find the replay if you missed it. And you can follow me on Instagram at Francyne Walker TV. And I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks again for tuning in. Mwah.